Babe, come on. I told you I'm testing the Montrail out dries. Give me a second here. Normally a Gore-Tex shoe has a nice waterproof booty that fits inside of it and is sewn in. When they do that, it adds weight, it adds stiffness to the shoe. The OutDry version is actually a laminated water repellent system that laminates to the regular upper of the shoe. And when they do that, it keeps the shoe breathable while still being waterproof. I wanted to show you how wet the grass is. I mean, there you go. When you go to a Gore-Tex shoe, a lot of times, if you go from your regular road trainer to that version in Gore-Tex, they put that booty in there, so it's going to add weight and it's going to be a little stiffer up top. What they also do is usually put a more aggressive outsole on it, and that makes the outsole stiffer too, so you don't get as much flex. When you move into a shoe that you've already been in, from a trail shoe to that trail shoe in a Gore-Tex or a OutDry version, the shoe's basically going to be the same as what you've been in, except for the upper. When you move from that trail shoe to OutDry in the Montrail version of things, you're getting a shoe that's going to be flexible on top as well, so you really don't feel a change except your feet aren't getting wet. If you look, you can see that water on top of the shoe. Wore gray socks. That way you could you could see on there if they were wet. They're totally dry. Interesting. A few years ago I heard about a guy doing an ultra that was wearing Gore-Tex shoes with a very, very warm sock, like a wool sock or something. And what happened was his foot sweat so much and it was so cold outside for a winter ultra that it actually just froze on the inside because there was no breathability in there. And he ended up having to go to the hospital and almost had to have some toes removed from frostbite. Gore-Tex shoe, if you submerge it in water, obviously the water comes in and it stays in. You're not getting out of it because it's got that boot sewn in. So with these, it's not going to do that. With this, it's going to allow the water to come out. These are breathable still. What that means is you can wear these, in different seasons, and you would Gore-Tex. It's so hot it doesn't breathe at all. So it's still allowing you to get some ventilation in that shoe. But I took these out this morning and used them, and you can look and see it's not heavy, it's very flexible. It looks just like the regular Fairhaven does that I tested this summer, but it's waterproof. So I went out, I stood in the river this morning, I ran through some mud puddles. It never did come into my socks and get my feet wet. So that's OutDry in simplest forms, and I've been testing it. I can tell you the shoe itself feels, looks, and is just the Fairhaven. It's just as waterproof. It's OutDry.